filmmaker wants to raise funds to help displaced production staff and crew because of the enhanced community quarantine. Filmmaker Adolf Alex Jr. puts his full length movie entitled 4 Days online for streaming. Details on how to watch it and how to donate can be found on the film's Facebook page. The Film Development Council of the Philippines has the same agenda of helping film workers rendered jobless in this pandemic. We now speak to FDCP Chairperson Liza Diño-Suguerra. Lisa, good morning and thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Ria. Thank you for the opportunity to share our program to our film workers and the audiovisual workers who are really in dire need right now.
Well, there's a lot to talk about. Can you give us a detailed picture of how this pandemic has affected the film industry?
Oh my God. We were the first to we were the first ones affected by the pandemic because alam naman natin when it comes to the film industry, everything about social gatherings, mass gatherings, parang we define it. So we were the first to be suspended, canceled. A lot of our workers lost work because of the canceled events, postponed production shoots, suspended work, even the cinema screenings. So a lot of the workers were really affected, even before the enhanced community quarantine was announced. And ang fear namin right now is even after, we slowly transition back to this new norm, because social distancing measures are going to be strictly imposed pa rin. We're really scared na we can't even continue with work. So something has to be done. We have to come up with a survival plan for the industry, some kind of measure for us to at least cushion the impact of this crisis, especially to our workers affected by COVID-19 pandemic. So FDCP right now came up with
Well,
this program. Yes.
go ahead.
Yes, yes. So FDCP right now came up with a program because isa pa sa mga very peculiar situation ng audiovisual workers is 70% of the audiovisual workers are all freelancers. And unfortunately, with the Department of Labor and Employment, ang covered ng camp program ay mga nasa formal sector. And these are workers, or these are workers with an employee-employer relationship. And when it comes to the DSWD Social Amelioration Program, ang priority natin is yung mga low-income earners, yung the vulnerable workers of the society. So medyo in between yung freelancers and the audiovisual workers. So FDCP, as a government agency, launched this program called DEAR. It's Disaster/Emergency Relief and Assistance Program, Assistance and Relief Program for our workers in the industry, the freelancers who lost work during the COVID-19 pandemic. We're giving 8,000 pesos benefit payment for those who will qualify in the program at mag-a-apply sila. So we have an application process, meron kaming requirements to prove that they are workers who lost work during this period. And we also have, if they qualify, we give them 8,000 pesos to support them.
And how many workers are we talking about here exactly? And would you have an estimation for that?
Honestly, right now, because uh, the gig economy, the freelance economy, it's only now that the government is actually taking a serious look on having a registry or having a baseline number on how many we all are, no? With FDCP, we have the FDCP National Registry, and it's an estimation of just on the audiovisual industry alone. I mean, we're talking about probably 50,000 workers, from the from the motion picture industry, the television, the audiovisual content, the workers making television commercials, and even in the live sector. The live sector composed of workers from the performing arts sector and the live event sector. So napakalaki ng audiovisual industry, and imagine the many workers affected because of the enhanced community quarantine. So right now, FDCP, with our limited funds, already launched the program, and we're eyeing to support at least man lang 10% nito. We're looking at supporting around 5,000 workers. We started with a goal to support like 2,000 workers just from the film industry, but we started to understand more and more the situation of our workers, na hindi lang pelikulang ginagawa nila. You know, the workers, as long as it's a production, whether it's a film, it's television, it's a teleserye, whether it is a content for Netflix or all these streaming platforms, they're doing the same job. So we opened it up to the entire audiovisual industry. But during the first 2 weeks of our launch, we prioritize those who are really what we consider as low income earners, those who are earning 3,000 pesos a day or less. So mga 750 pesos yan hanggang
Mhm.
3,000 pesos to a 20,000 pesos per project or less. So ang dami nang nakapag-apply sa amin so far, nasa mga 800 na rin ang na nabigyan namin ng benefits. And we're continuing to accept
Okay.
applications.
Lisa, really quickly, how can they reach you? How can they reach you if they want to apply for this benefit?
We have a website, fdcp.ph/dear program. In the website, nandoon yung tatlong links for our three programs. So we have Dear Action Program for our audiovisual content workers. These include people from the production staff, technical crew, actors, voice actors, stuntmen, uh, and other on-camera performers na nangangailangan ng support. So that's the Dear Action. You can also go to fdcp.ph/dear action. For the Dear Live naman, Dear Live naman is for our live performance workers. This includes singers, musicians, dancers, um, performers, actors from the theater, and those who are doing live events, production crew on stage, backstage, front of the house. It's covered by our Dear Live program. You can go to fdcp.ph/dear-live. And our Dear Press program naman. This is for our entertainment press workers who are also on a freelance relationship with a lot of the publications they write for. So kasama rin sila dito. You can just go to fdcp.ph/dear-press.
All right. Thank you for that. And good luck to you and all the work that you're doing. We appreciate your time. Lisa Diño-Suguerra, Chairperson of
Thank
the
you.
FDCP.